What's up guys, KS here. Thanks for joining me today as always. We talk a lot here on the channel about EDC gear and holsters and lights and magazines and all of those types of things, and that's all fine and good, but without a sturdy foundation, and I'm talking about a belt, then the rest of it to me doesn't really matter. You've got to have a good foundation to start with to carry all that stuff. So to me, the belt is probably the most important piece of your EDC gear. Now, I teamed up a couple of months ago with a company called Blue Alpha Gear. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about them, and I've been testing out a couple of their belts, and it's been a while since I've gotten these. I feel like I'm a little bit late on the video, but I wanted to make sure to give these belts plenty of time to show me what they can do to make sure that they work properly, see what kind of fraying happens or anything like that. So I'm finally ready to talk with you guys about these. So let's dive in and take a look, see what these are all about. The first belt I want to show you guys is actually their low profile EDC belt. Now, this is probably the most important belt and was the first request I had from them, and largely because I love a good low profile belt that I can wear basically anywhere. I can wear with shorts, I can wear with pants. I've been wearing this with jeans quite a bit, and actually at work. Now, unfortunately, I can't carry at work. However, I want to be able to throw my holster on after work, and I want this belt to be ready to go, but I also don't want it to stick out and be noticed very much. So we've got this plastic, this really nice polymer buckle here, and this is actually a newer buckle that they've incorporated into their system for longevity. They say it's just a little bit better, but it blends in with the rest of the outfit, and that's really important to me. Now, this is made from a couple of layers of 1.5-inch nylon webbing. It's all hand sewn together, and so you know it's going to be really good quality. Now, again, I've been wearing this for several months. There is zero fraying. Zero. That's incredible. Usually other belts that I've had in the past, they start to fray just a little bit. It's not that big of a deal, but the fact that this basically looks brand new is absolutely outstanding to me. Now, it's all nylon. There's no steel lining or anything like that. So the question always becomes, how sturdy is it? So I'm going to do everything I can, and I mean, I really am trying to crush this as much as I possibly can. I'm putting force. It's hard to show on camera, but I really am trying to crush it. But you'll notice it's flexible. That's another thing that's really key to me. I want a belt that's going to be able to move with me when I sit, when I stand, when I lean, bend over, whatever it happens to be. I want the belt to go with me. However, I want that rigidity, so all of the gear that I have, whatever it happens to be, will stand up. It'll be exactly where I want it. I don't have to adjust a lot or anything like that, so that's really important. Now, in terms of putting it all together, it's really simple. I mean, it's a Velcro system, just like this. You find your Velcro and you just throw it in, and this will be fascinating on camera. I'm used to doing this on me, not on camera. But basically, you throw it in and it sits flat, just like this. It's ready to go. So it's extremely simple. That, again, is why I love this low profile system. So this is our low profile. They've got a variety of different colors with all of their belts, including this coyote tan. They've also got black, OD green, wolf gray. So you can really get the belt that suits your needs. And this one I like it a lot. I mean, it goes with a lot of my different shorts. It looks great with jeans. You know, if you're the type of person that wears, you know, those kind of tactical pants, which is not a thing for me, but a lot of people do, and that's great. This would look fantastic with that. So it's just been fantastic. A lot of different sizes, and of course I'll talk more general type things about Blue Alpha here in a moment, but I wanted to show you this EDC low profile belt. I absolutely love it. The other belt they sent along was a hybrid EDC belt. Now, this is going to be a little bit more substantial, although a lot of the characteristics are actually very much the same as that low profile belt I showed you a moment ago. Again, it's the same 2 layers of 1.5-inch nylon. It's all hand stitched. I mean, it's just finely crafted. Again, this one I've been wearing for about 2 months now. The other one I've been wearing more at work, and this one more after work, to try and go between the two. But I've been mixing and matching. This has gone to work with me a couple of times as well, and it's fantastic. It's great. Now, I will say, we've got a little Cobra buckle right here, and I'll show you it a little bit more in a moment, but it does stick out just a little bit more. It's still kind of working in. I mean, this nylon is stiff enough to where it's going to take probably 6 months to a year before it's really worn in, but it does stick out just a little bit more. And so, again, that low profile belt's a great option for me, especially at work. But after work, I don't really care, and especially in the winter months, you could pretty much get away with anything. And this will definitely be an outside the waistband rig belt for me. But it's great. Now this is in the wolf gray that they sent. Again, I wanted to kind of show some different colors that they offer. I'm not as big into OD green, and I've got quite a few black belts lying around. So I wanted some different colors. And again, with jeans or even some tan shorts or something, this looks great. And it's that same quality, that same craftsmanship. Again, not a single fray on this entire thing, which is just, it's kind of remarkable. Now, it's got a couple of edges that I think will eventually fray just a little bit, but that doesn't bother me. I've got a couple of belts that are 3 or 4 or 5 years old. They've got some frays and they're still holding up, but the fact that this basically looks brand new is remarkable to me. Now, it's adjustable, of course. I mean, we've got a Velcro system right here, and they say that in terms of sizes, you can go +1 or -1, and you'll order to your pant size. And again, I'll get into more specifics here in just a moment. But there's some flexibility in sizing in there. Some belts, when you get them, you're kind of locked in to whatever size you get. And if you gain some weight, you lose some weight, whatever it is, then you got to start looking for a new belt or get another belt from the same company, whatever it is. There's a little bit more adjustability here, and that's really important to me. So again, this is their hybrid EDC belt. It's fantastic. If you're into Cobra buckles, it's great. This certainly fits through standard jean loops or short loops, anything like that. I haven't had a problem with that. That's another thing I always wonder about these types of buckles. How much trouble am I going to get into in terms of trying to get it through the pants? It takes a little longer, I'll admit, but it's really not bad, and this system is fantastic. Now, I'm used to, again, having this on, so it's a little bit weird to do this without them being on, but the buckle system is very easy to understand. It's easy to use. It doesn't make a lot of noise either. You know, if you have to make a rest stop or something like that, some of your gear can be pretty noisy, and it can make for a strange experience for the person next to you. This doesn't do that, which I very much appreciate. So, again, the hybrid EDC belt. Now, let's talk a little bit more about Blue Alpha gear. When I team up with companies to do a review, there are a couple of things that are really important to me. First, I like to support companies that are very much into 2A. They're shooters, they're in the community, and these guys are definitely that. It's a mom and pop shop run out of Atlanta, Georgia, and they've been incredibly nice. I've talked to them on the phone a couple of times and through email several times, and just genuinely good people. That's really important to me. They're a part of our community, and it's not some big conglomerate company or anything. They're hardworking Americans. That's fantastic. Now, a couple things. Their belts, their EDC belts like these guys are made to order and ship within 2 to 5 business days, and their standard shipping is free. That's absolutely fantastic. So what you're paying for the belt is what you're paying for, unless you add on some other things like some cool patches or stickers or t-shirts or something like that. You know exactly what you're getting into. Now, I alluded to their sizing, but basically you take your pant size, whatever it is, and that's what you order. And again, you can go up or down a little bit in the adjustability of the belts. Now, one thing I find oftentimes is ordering one size up just for the sake of argument. I haven't found that to be the case with this. These have run just fine at my pant size, and I've still been able to EDC, an IWB type of holster, that sort of thing, certainly outside the waistband holster. I haven't had any issues. They've been very comfortable. So really, ordering to your pant size seems to work very well. They do have a return policy. If for some reason within 30 days, if you're not satisfied with it, you can send it back without question. That's absolutely fantastic. They also offer a lifetime warranty with their belts. That is really cool. A lot of companies don't do that. Blue Alpha Gear stands behind their products. That's really important to me. One of the most unique services that they offer is actually a resizing service. If for some reason you gain some weight, you lose some weight, whatever it happens to be, for $20 you can ship it back to them, and they basically will put together a new belt for you at the size you need. That is really cool. So if you're spending, $30, $40, $50, $60, whatever it happens to be on a belt, and for some reason you lose or gain some weight, you usually have to get a new belt. With these guys, you don't have to do that. $20, you're good to go. You can get the size you need and keep on running. In terms of pricing, the low profile belt's going to be around $30 and the hybrid belt's going to be around $65, and I have to say they are well worth it. Again, the quality of production, the craftsmanship in this is top notch, and I expect these guys to last pretty much forever. One last thing about Blue Alpha Gear is their website. Their website is amazingly easy to understand, to navigate. They give you all of the information that you could possibly need. And if for some reason you have a question or concern or anything like that, you can not only email them, but you can call them as well. So they're reachable. That's really cool. A lot of companies, again, you send an email and it goes into the wherever verse, and you never know if you're going to hear back from them. That's not the case with Blue Alpha Gear. So, guys, once again, first, a big shout out to Blue Alpha Gear for allowing me the opportunity to test these out and provide my thoughts to you guys. I highly, highly recommend them. Again, a belt is one of the most important pieces to your EDC gear, so don't be afraid to check out a belt, especially a good quality belt. You'll pay a little bit of money for it, but that's totally fine. It'll last you a long time, and I firmly believe that these guys will. I'm going to keep on wearing them, and I'll report any problems that I find with them, although I don't expect that to be the case. So, guys, once again, Blue Alpha Gear belts, be sure to shout out down below. Let me know what your belt system is, or if you've got some experience with Blue Alpha. I'm always interested in having a conversation with you guys. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.